Despite initial success, Salt Bae, also known as Nusret Gökçe, faced a series of controversies. From serving political figures to mistreating employees and health code violations, we're going to look at the challenges and setbacks that have marked Salt Bae's journey. Can Salt Bae overcome these challenges and regain his former glory? One of Salt Bae's significant missteps involved an Instagram post where he humorously dressed as Fidel Castro, sparking an unexpected twist in his public image. While possibly intended as a joke, this unconventional move didn't sit well with many, leading to a wave of criticism and raised eyebrows. The public's reaction was swift and severe, with social media users expressing disapproval over the insensitivity of the post, especially given Castro's controversial political history. The post's removal from Salt Bae's Instagram was a quick response to the backlash, but the impact on his image lingered. The incident shed light on the fine line between humor and offensiveness in the age of social media. Salt Bae's attempt at humor inadvertently alienated a portion of his fan base, leaving a lasting impression on how celebrities and public figures navigate the delicate balance of online presence. This isn't the first time social media has witnessed such controversies. Other notable incidents involving public figures making inappropriate posts have similarly sparked public outrage. Just look at these backlashes at influencers buying McDonald's and Starbucks amid recent boycott. Seriously, we just can't do anything right these days. But his mistakes involving politics didn't end there. Did you know that Salt Bae served a lavish meal to the president of Venezuela during a severe economic crisis? The move was met with widespread public outrage and criticism on social media, with users expressing their disapproval over the seemingly insensitive display of luxury in a country facing economic hardships. Accusations of complicity in a controversial regime further fueled the backlash against Salt Bae. The decision to host a high-profile figure in the midst of Venezuela's economic struggles led to harsh condemnations, not just for the president, but also for Salt Bae himself. Social media platforms became battlegrounds for discussions on ethics, responsibility, and the role of public figures in times of crisis. Yelp, the online review site, found itself moderating posts and comments about Salt Bae's restaurants as users expressed discontent. Negative reviews flooded in, impacting not only Salt Bae's image, but also the success of his establishments. Now, we all know there are ups and downs in the restaurant business, but what about the internal drama within Salt Bae's empire? A lawsuit unfolded when waiters from Salt Bae's Manhattan restaurant filed a legal complaint, accusing him of unfair treatment and tip distribution. The allegations reached beyond monetary concerns, with accusations of a dictatorial attitude and a disregard for local employment laws. Salt Bae's response to the lawsuit, through his lawyer, Christy Reuter, defended the restaurant's commitment to the vision while ensuring fair treatment and compensation for the team. However, the impact on Salt Bae's restaurant business was undeniable. Negative publicity surrounded the legal battle, affecting the public's perception and potentially deterring customers from dining at his establishments. Maybe Salt Bae needs to sprinkle a bit of fairness and equity along with his signature salt move. And boy, we're still not done. Did you hear about the health code violations in Salt Bae's Boston restaurant? This wasn't just about sprinkling some extra salt. It was a full-blown violation of safety guidelines. City inspectors took action, slamming the restaurant's door shut due to breaches that included blocked fire exits, improper permits, and inadequate dishwasher operations. The impact on Salt Bae's reputation was severe, with the incident becoming a public relations nightmare. The closure not only damaged his image, but also disrupted restaurant operations. Now cautious about the safety standards, customers were hesitant to dine at Salt Bae's Boston branch. Let's compare this with other negative reviews on platforms like TripAdvisor. The health code violations weren't the only red flags, and numerous patrons had already voiced their discontent. The incident in Boston served as a tipping point, magnifying existing concerns about the overall quality of service and management in Salt Bae's restaurants. Some say Salt Bae might need more than just his salt skills to fix these issues, and should consider a course in restaurant management. Can you imagine if you wouldn't just need a pinch of salt, but an entire shaker to digest the bills at Salt Bae's restaurants? Instances of high-priced items and jaw-dropping bills have sparked customer disputes, with reports of patrons feeling overcharged for their meals. And we're not talking about a few extra dollars here. There have been specific incidents like the infamous $5,000 bill for gold-wrapped steaks. Let's be real. Who wouldn't be surprised by such a bill? It's not every day folks order gold with their steak. But these incidents have more significant implications than just shocking customers. The overcharging reports have chipped away at customer perception and trust in Salt Bae's establishments. What was once a place associated with culinary experiences has become known for eye-watering bills and customer disputes. Come to think of it, what would happen if all these issues started affecting the number of people booking a table at Salt Bae's restaurants? Well, it turns out reports of a significant decrease in bookings have surfaced. The poor reviews and ratings on platforms like TripAdvisor haven't been doing Salt Bae any favors. Concerned about the controversies and incidents, customers are now second-guessing their decision to dine at his establishments. TripAdvisor reviews reveal many negative ratings, particularly in locations like London and New York. The poor performance in these prominent cities is alarming, considering the global reach Salt Bae once had. Instead of seasoning steaks, he might start seasoning his restaurant management skills. Now, did you catch Salt Bae's unexpected World Cup field appearance? It wasn't a pinch of excitement. It turned into a whole serving of negative reactions from the public and media alike. Fans were left scratching their heads, and the media didn't hold back, criticizing Salt Bae for attempting to steal the spotlight at such a prestigious event. FIFA stepped in, investigating how Salt Bae made his way onto the field. The plot thickened when Gianni Infantino, the president of FIFA, unfollowed Salt Bae on Instagram. That's a pretty bold move. In response, Salt Bae decided to set the record straight in an interview, attempting to clarify his intentions. However, whether his explanation seasoned things up or added more salt to the wound is still debatable, and here's a different kind of spice to add to the mix. Maybe next time, Salt Bae should stick to seasoning steaks and leave the field for the real players. So now, what are the recent updates on Salt Bae's online presence? Salt Bae's growth on social media has taken a hit, with a significant decrease in monthly followers compared to his rapid rise in 2017. Google Trends paints a similar picture, showing that Salt Bae's name barely makes a blip in the current year. It seems the sizzle has fizzled a bit, but that's not all. There have been reports of Salt Bae reducing prices at specific restaurants, possibly in a desperate move to entice customers back through the doors. A sprinkle of discount, anyone? The ongoing controversies have undeniably left a mark on Salt Bae's career, both personally and professionally. His once shining image now bears the stains of negative publicity, affecting not just his reputation, but also his restaurant's performance globally. It's like the salt shaker got a little too heavy. So is Salt Bae's career in for a savory comeback, or heading towards a bitter aftertaste?